What's up, babes? It's Carlisa Victoria. I am back with another video. I know you guys are like, bruh, I done seen you how many times today? Yes, sis, you've seen me quite a few times today. So I'm like really cold. I was supposed to be turning off the AC and then I just got caught up in a video. So I guess I'm gonna have to be cold until I'm done with the video because I'm not about to get up. That's just too much. But I am real cold. So if you're new to my channel, thanks for tuning in. If you've already been subscribed, thanks for coming back. You must obviously like me, or you're starting to like me, or you want to start to like me, something, because you're coming back. But if you're new to the channel, this is my channel. My name is Carlisa Victoria. On my channel, we talk about beauty, fitness, fashion, lifestyle, hair, health, travel vlogs, real estate, entrepreneurship, everything, one-stop shop when you come to my channel. But in this specific video, we're going to be talking about how you literally can manifest your dream life, as well as law of attraction, and how those things are integrated into my daily life. So first things first, manifesting is real. Law of attraction is real. Manifesting is putting it out there. You know, you're putting out there what you're trying to achieve, and law of attraction is basically what you're putting out, you're getting back. So they're basically something that two terms that are different, but yet a lot of people use them interchangeably. But I think that they're two very different concepts, but they both go hand in hand. My little 2 cents. But yes, we're talking about manifesting your dream life, what you have going on. So what you don't see is behind my camera. I'm using my books to prop my camera up right now, but I have like 6 books behind you. I literally have like 4 planners. I literally, including journals. I write out my goals. I write out my dreams. I write out my aspirations. I've been doing this since I was young, and I still do it as an adult. And I always have felt as though if you want to achieve something, if you want to accomplish something, it's just innate for me to go ahead and go grab a notebook and write it. Because in the end of the day, it's like I can have it up here all day, but that paper is accountability. When I look back 5 months, 6 months from now, and I see that my goal was to go from here to go to here, now I can really track my growth. Sometimes when I'm doing like my numbers and stuff like that, and I'm literally doing my own statistics within my own brands, I'm able to track those statistics based off of what my history was 6 months ago, or what my history was 3 months ago. So I think that writing things down is very important. Now, nowadays, we live in a technology-driven generation, which is fine. I just so happen to be well versed. However, I do want the young generation to hear me, because I think the old already know this, and some of them might need to hear this as well. It is great to have all of your data saved in these apps and saved in these electric files and or electronic filing and all of that. That's wonderful. But have your original hard copies somewhere. Whether you have it written down, whether you have it printed out, whether you have whatever. What will you do if the technology should crash today? All of your business data is in a computer. Everything about your brand is nowhere to be found on paper. What are you going to do? Some people say, oh, start over. How do you track records? How do you track your history? How do you track all of that if you don't somehow or another also have your paper forms, or you don't somehow or another have a file full of the important documentation that you need for that business? If you have a successful business and you've been in business for 2 years and the technology crashes today, what are you going to walk up to the bank and say, hey, I need a loan? Need a loan, buddy. Need a loan. They're going to say, hey, so can you show us like 2 histories worth of your business? Obviously you got taxes to prove things too, but they're going to say, but we know you said you claimed this, but can we see the statements to show, that you actually really made this money? Whatever. I'm just throwing scenarios out there. You're going to be like, yeah, they're in the computer. Well, ma'am, welcome to 2023, 2024, how like future. We're no longer using technology to that extent. Everything is erased and we're starting over with the bots. I'm just making up something, y'all. Oh, okay. So can you show us any other? Well, no, because like 100 people bought my product. That's how I made over 6 figures. Ma'am, can you show us documentation? It's in my computer. Ma'am, the technology isn't working anymore. So what are you going to do? If you would have just been keeping the books, maybe even if you don't do it every every month, every week, maybe by the end of each fiscal year or something like that. At least print out, something that is going to show that your business is really a business and it's really an operation. Your financial statements, you know what I mean? Something, have something. Okay. So just find tactics that are going to work. And the way our world is going, we're probably going to advance in technology more so cut it out. But I'm just saying, have backup methods, because you just don't know. You just really don't know what could happen. But manifesting, I literally have looked through my journals. I looked through my goals, and I literally was like, bruh, I said I wanted to get here, and you're telling me that I got over, like, well over that goal or X, Y, and Z. But the only way I'm able to know that is because I'm not storing all of that up here. I mean, I have ideas up here, I know that, but I have it on paper, in writing. I'm tracking my progress. When I don't accomplish a goal, I'm hard on myself. I'm like, why didn't we accomplish that? We need to sit down and rearrange these goals. So the thing about being successful and becoming successful and being the person that you desire to become and that you deserve to be is discipline and consistency. Somebody shouldn't have to tell you to do X, Y, and Z if you say that you want to be successful. No one should tell you, oh girl, go write out your goals. Oh girl, go do this, go do that for your business. No one should have to tell you these things if you say that you really want to be successful. Successful people make sacrifices. Successful people, they're not going to just let things pass by. They're hard on themselves. That's why other people don't need to be hard on them, because they are hard on themselves, probably harder on themselves than other people are going to be to them. Because I know for me, some people, don't be too hard on yourself. Girl, I'm hard on myself because I know what I'm capable of. And if I didn't perform, then sometimes maybe I deserve to get on myself a little bit. So you have to know your limits. You have to know when you're pressing yourself too hard. You have to know when you're pressing yourself just because you know your potential. You can't sit here and rely on everybody else to know how great you're going to be, what your potential is going to be. You're going to have to own it. You're going to have to be who you're going to be, and you're going to have to do the things that it's going to take to become successful. If you're sitting here waiting for somebody to be like, just one more step, baby, and we're across the finish line of doing nothing, yeah, no, it's not going to happen. Successful people literally have successful habits. And if you're not where you want to be successful, like if you're not in your successful, if you're not in the phase of your success that you want to be, it's not to say that you haven't been having successful habits. It just may not be your time at this moment. And sometimes it might be a wake-up call, like, okay, maybe you need to be a little bit more strategic. Maybe you need to do things more in the chronological way instead of doing them at sporadic pace. Maybe you need to make sure you set your daily regimen. Oh, you can't get to your goals because you're going to sleep late. You're waking up late. You're not waking up early. You're not doing it in the order in which you have schedule blocked your day. So it's really important to set the goals. No matter what they are, set the goals. I don't care where you're at in your life right now, set the goals. Do not let your temporary situation dictate what your future is going to be. If you are in a situation right now where everything has been hard, we've been going through a pandemic, we've been losing jobs, we haven't been able to work because we've been sick, we X, Y, and Z, if we sit here and allow our temporary phases to affect our future outcome, we're gonna literally be regretting it. And the goal in this life is to never regret. You want to live a life that's fulfilled. You want to live a life that has passion and has purpose. You don't want to live a life that's unfulfilled. That is our mission being here, to live out our passion and live out our purpose. So you do want to set those realistic goals. You do want to understand that your temporary today is not your everlasting forever. You know what I mean? You got to go through some ish to get through to the greater, to the finer things. Life is not meant to be difficult, but life does have difficulties. It's like when you're playing your video game or you're playing a game on your phone. In order to get to the highest level, you have to start from the bottom. And you might have to play that round over. You might have to play that first level over 1,000 times, but you still have to play it until you can get to the second level. That's the way that life works. No matter how many times you fall and you fail, When you will to do and you determine in your heart and in your mind that you're going to be successful, it's okay to fall down. Just don't stay down. It's okay to wake up some days and be like, I don't want to do this. Because if you've never felt like quitting, have you ever really dreamed? It's not to say that what you wanted to quit on wasn't meant for you. It's just, it's not easy, you know? And always be a person with character. Be a person who literally, if it requires a shortcut, don't be the person to want to take it. You know, for me, people say, oh, you're so motivated. You would have thought that, you know, you would have been reached the goals that you know, have set out for yourself a long time ago. I said I probably could have had I taken a shorter route, had I taken the shortcuts, had I said yes to the things that didn't ennoble my character, yes to the things that just were a direct opposite of who I am. You know, of course I would be where I want to be. But when you do things the right way, when you take the path that is right, it's not always easy. It's not a layup. It's not a, you know what I mean? Because you're really working to get to those spots. You're not taking the handouts and you're not doing any and everything just to get the position. So in the end of the day, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be because I'm exactly where God wants me to be. I've had my moments where I'm like, God, I'm not understanding. You need to come from up there real quick and come down here and talk to me and have a seat on the couch because I need to know why is all this hard work being put in. And we still in the same, you know, cycle. And I'm not saying that phase or that cycle is ever negative or there's no progression. It's just we've all been there. If you want to be successful, we've all been there where we feel like that transitional period that stretches you, that transitional period that breaks you and builds you back up is like, and you know, it's in that transitional period that you're built, that transitional period that you are given that understanding, that transitional period that you begin to appreciate so much more. Growth, being stretched isn't easy. You know what I mean? Growth isn't easy. But complacency is a no-no. You have to be content to the point of you grow where you're planted. Always be content in your life, but never get to a point where you are content in the manner of, okay, this is it. I don't need to do no more. Be grateful, be thankful for every phase of your life, but don't sit in contentment to where it will cause you to feel like you've settled later down the road. Make good decisions now so that later you can reap the benefits. A lot of people have always thought that, you know, while you're young, live it up, live it up, live it up. But those same people who feel like live it up, live it up, live it up, right when you're at that age where, you know, you've lived everything up, now it's not fun anymore. What do you have to fall back on? Nothing. You know what I mean? And I don't even like to use the word fallback because I don't believe in fallbacks. I feel like what's meant for you is going to be meant for you, and plan A is plan B. You see what I'm saying? Some people say, oh, okay, so you're going to go to college, you're going to go to you're going to do this, what's your plan B? Baby, my plan A is my plan B, because we're not going to fail. We are going to, and even when we fail, we're going to keep on pushing, and that's what makes it a success. You know, you could fall down 8, but you're going to get up 9. You know what I mean? So you have to have that motivation. You have to have that drive. Every day you will not. If somebody tells you that every day you're going to be motivated, look at them a little funny, because that's a lie. Every day you will not be motivated. You know what I mean? But it's your consistency and your discipline that's going to carry you. It'll help you remember why you're doing what you're doing in the first place. So just dare to be on your ish. Make this the year that everything you want is beginning to be in effect. Don't allow today's temporary pain to affect your forever future. Don't allow today's temporary pain stop you from achieving all that you know. Setbacks are setups. You know, deferments aren't denials. Failures aren't final. You know, so find a way to manifest your dream life. Find a way to get everything that you desire. Pace yourself. Write out your goals. Make the plan. Make the business plan. You have to already envision yourself as your highest self before you can become her or him. If you never see yourself beyond where you are today, it's going to be impossible to envision yourself as your highest self if you only see yourself as what you are today. So make sure you write those goals out. Make sure you know, what is it? Where am I supposed to be? What is my passion? What is my purpose? And start to see yourself there. Because when you start to see yourself there, you'll walk different. When you start to see yourself there, you'll wake up with different energy. When you start to see yourself there, you'll respond different. There's certain things you won't respond to. When you start to see yourself there, you will wake up in such a light that doesn't even make sense. You be passionate to wake up. You're supposed to get up at 6, but you get up at 5 because you're so ready. You're so ready to start your day. You're so ready to get after the passions. And that's the thing with myself. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. I know my passions and I know my purpose. And that's what wakes me in the morning. Not the alarm clock, my purpose, my passion. That's what wakes me. Every day isn't roses. I know that, but every day is worth it because every day is a minute step to the next level. Every day is literally a gradual progression to the woman that I'm becoming. If you think the woman I am now is fire, wait till you see the woman that God has for me to be. Wait till you see the woman who is about to boss up on a whole nother level. Wait till you see that, because if you think this is great, wait to see what's in store for me. That same passion, that same energy that I have for me, have that for you. Your competition isn't her. Your competition isn't him. Your competition is the person who's staring back at you in the mirror. Your reflection, be a better version of them. I've never wanted to be anybody else in the world, ever. I've always wanted to be me because I knew what I brought to the table. I knew what I possessed. I knew that anywhere I went, I would always be an asset. I knew that I really looked at myself as a project, and I've always looked at myself as, how do I complete this project? You know what I mean? Somebody go to build a car. They got to start from step 1. They might fail over and over. They might put parts together. But, okay, you say the average person can't put a car together, right? So let's talk about a piece of furniture. You might put that furniture together and you might put it backwards. You're going to have to undo it and keep doing it until you get it right. That's the same thing with your success. You might not put that thing together. That project is still going to be a project that you're going to bring to completion. It might not happen in the time frame in which you want, but it's going to happen eventually if you continue to be consistent and apply discipline. So I hope that someone's able to take something away from this video as it pertains to success, as it pertains to becoming more, as it pertains to manifesting and believing in law of attraction for your life. Don't let today dictate your tomorrow. Whatever sadness, maybe you cried today. I've had meltdowns over the last few weeks, so maybe you've had meltdowns. Maybe today just been that day where everything is due and you're just like, oh my goodness, I don't have the funds to pay all of this because I got this and whoop-de-whoop, nobody understands my situation. Whatever your situation is, sis, don't let that dictate who you're going to become. The strongest people are given the toughest battles. Don't let that go over your head. So if you've got some tough battles, it's because you're strong. Keep your head up. If you believe in God, pray. If you don't believe in God, you believe in other, entities, do what you do to that. Worship, pray, do whatever. I'm not here to tell you, oh, you have to believe in God. I'm not here to tell you what you got to believe in. But what I'm saying is whatever your practices are, whether it be God, whether it just be simply meditating, whether it be just a hot bath to just think, do whatever you need to do to push yourself and to become all that you need to become. And I promise you, you'll be better for it. So I'll see y'all in the next video. Thanks for tuning in. Go watch my other 2 videos that I made today. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers so we can do a giveaway, luxury at that. And I would love to do that soon. So go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Later.